Good morning. This is Teresa Hendricks coming to you for the Center for Exceptional Families. I want to talk to you for a minute about early childhood transition. But before I get started, I wanted to talk a little bit to those who may be new to Tips for Tuesday. We work at the Center for Exceptional Families in Jonesboro, Arkansas. We are scattered throughout the state so that we can serve all of our families, but we are called a PTI, which is a Parent Training Center, and each state should have at least one, and we are the one for Arkansas. I work Northeast Arkansas, and we have other parent mentors who work across the state. And our goal is to help you as families to seek services and how to navigate the school system to better serve your child and your family. So, today I want to talk about early childhood, and it is February. It is a wonderful month, it's a short month. It sort of wraps up winter for us. And today it's so pretty outside. I am tempted to be out there instead of in here. But February is also very important for early childhood. And that's because February is when school districts begin meeting with service providers about your child transitioning to kindergarten. That's big stuff. Um, and school can seem scary for both you and your child. But hopefully, through programs like ours, we can kind of talk you through the process. If you go to our website, the Center for Exceptional Families, and you look under resources, we have a really good PowerPoint that talks about early childhood services. But let's back up just for a minute to talk about why you might have your child in an early childhood program. For one thing, it's a great thing to do for your child because in an early childhood program, your child will learn some very basic skills, skills that have to do with social relationships, acquisition of skills that they're going to need to go to school and for life in general. You know that old saying, everything I learned in kindergarten. So early childhood is important because often our students with disabilities may have some delays. So instead of waiting to kindergarten to learn all those things we need to know, we can start working with our kids in early childhood programs. Most early childhood programs that are associated with area co ops provide services such as developmental services, speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. And among those therapies, as I said, kids are learning social interactions, how to interact with adults that are not family members, how to make friends, how to communicate better if they're receiving speech therapy, occupational therapy for those fine motor skills, and physical therapy if your child has gross motor skill difficulties. So those are services that have been provided for your child in early childhood. But when school age comes around, we have to talk about new disability categories. We have to talk about just meeting the criteria to receive school age services. So that's why February is an important month to talk about all of this because, as I said, the co ops will be contacting school districts and they will be handing over caseloads of kiddos from different agencies, ABC programs, other programs that they support. And as parents, you may not know that all this begins in February. And it's important because according to IDEA, the Individuals with Disability Education Act, you know that if your child is going to receive special education services in kindergarten, those need to be in place when school begins. So you should be expecting um, a transition, what's called a transition conference. And what takes place, and that's usually in April and May, maybe even June, um, of your child's last year in an early childhood program. So, with that being said, you can meet with school officials from your child's district. You'll probably meet at the pre-K place that your child is at, that facility, and you'll have a conference. And at that time, your preschool is going to talk to the school about your child's development. And they're going to hold what's called an annual review that kind of wraps up that year's progress. And they will talk to you about whether they feel your child will need school age services. And they're aware of kindergarten standards, and they'll kind of know whether your child is prepared. And if not, if your child is going to need special education supports, conferences can be set up for if testing is needed. Your child may need a reevaluation before an IEP and placement can be made, and an IEP can be written for school age. But all of that begins now. So I wanted you to be aware of that. I also wanted to give a shout out to all of the early childhood programs. They're important. As I said, they provide services to you and for you. Um, Another important fact I just want to barely touch on, and that is that if you talk to a school district and you feel your child is not ready for kindergarten, what then? Well, you can waive, in most states, you can waive that year of kindergarten and have one more year at your preschool facility. Now, that's an important decision you make with your team. As parents, you know your child better than anybody else, but your team knows expectations of school. So work together to do what's best for your kiddo. And again, I want to shout out to our website, the Center for Exceptional Families. We have our Facebook page, which you're probably looking at right now. But February is a month of love, and we love our kids by preparing them for their future. So, have a good day. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon. Bye.